Leah's Lousy Day, written by C. McCollum, illustrated by Jimmy Holden. Focus question. What does Lee learn in the story? Yeah, looked everywhere. Where's my class project? She said she had made a poster about rabbits. Here it is, Billy called. I helped. Billy was Leah's little brother. Billy held up the poster. He had drawn all over it with crayons. No, Leah shouted. Mom, look at what Billy did. Billy started to cry. I wanted to help. Honey, their mother told Leah. That's too bad, but you have to hurry or you'll miss the bus. Leah stomped out of the house. She was so angry. Her cheeks felt hot. Leah frowned all through class. She frowned when it was her turn to show her poster. My brother ruined it, she said, frowning even harder. I'm going to tear up his comic books to get even. Her teacher, Mrs. King, frowned at Lee. During recess, Leah played ball tag with her friends. She threw the ball at the other players. She missed again and again. They teased her. Leah grew angrier. She threw the ball as hard as she could. It hit first grader on the leg. Ow! He yelled and started to cry. Leah said she was sorry still. The playground teacher scolded her and sent her inside. Mrs. King talked to Leah when she got back to the classroom. You seem upset today, Leah. I am, Leah said in a grumpy voice. Why? Asked Mrs. King. Leah explained everything that happened. I know I'm not supposed to get angry, she said, but that's how I feel. It's okay to feel angry, Mrs. King said. Really? Asked Leah. Mrs. King nodded. Maybe sometimes doesn't turn out like we want, or someone does something unfair. We have to be careful when we feel angry, though anger can cause us to say or hurtful things. Like tearing up my brother's comic books? Leah asked softly. Exactly. We might feel angry, but we don't need to let anger tell us what to do. We can practice calming down before we act. How? Leah asked. You like rabbits, right? Asked Miss King, wiggling her nose. Leah nodded and wiggled her nose, too. Mrs. King continued, I pretend I'm a bunny when I want to calm down. I take 3 breaths through my nose like I'm smelling a flower. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Then I let all the air out through my mouth. Leah and Mrs. King did it together 3 times. How are you feeling now, Leah? Asked Mrs. King. Better, Leah said. Mrs. King gave her a thumbs up. I'm still going to talk to my brother about not touching my stuff, though, Leah added. Mrs. King held up her other thumb.